Okay, so I have a very specific message that wants to come through. I don't think I've ever channeled this before, this specific. But for those of you who connect with the Quan Yin energy, the energy of compassion, the energy of divine feminine support, I'm hearing for you help is on its way. Specifically, when I ask for what is the message that wants to come through for the ones who's meant to connect with it, I'm hearing Quan Yin says, help is on its way. And I'm feeling a huge relief, a huge release, a huge exhale from some of you. The energy I'm channeling through right now is knowing that whatever it is that you are tired of, that you are fighting or you're navigating through, help and support is on its way. And it's not anything that is external, like, oh my God, miracles, stuff like that, but it's because you have tapped into that energy that you deserve support in your life. You are a compassionate, kind, gentle being. Therefore, your outer world has to reflect that. So if you are someone who's navigating through something, I'm hearing family. I'm hearing something about family issues, problem, maybe quarrels, something specific to that. Something about your soul struggle. I'm tapping into an energy of someone who is navigating between, there's some relationship things, some sensitivity with relationship things. So that can be something you want to say, but you don't want to hurt the other person, or you don't know how to leave someone, whether it's a job, your BF, GF person, husband, wife, whatever. There's something that you wanted to share, but then you're afraid to hurt someone. That's what I'm hearing. And the Quan Yin energy wants to come through, for those of you who connect with it, or even not, maybe you're connecting with it now, is help is on the way. Support is on its way. Kindness and compassion is something that is you're being called to tap deeper into, to awaken this. A lot of you guys can be going back to meditation. Some of you guys can be connected to anything like Buddhist related at this point, or temple, something like that. You might or may not be religious, or you may just like the energy of, monasteries, temple, Quan Yin, Buddha, whatever, right? I'm feeling something like that can be coming in, or anything about Zen. Energy can be coming on very strong for you right now. I'm feeling that you're in this phase of your life. I'm hearing something about the Christmas lights are coming down. So you can actually be finally taking the Christmas lights down, after all this time. But that can be something about the festivity, all of that is kind of over or about to be over when you're seeing this message. And what that means is that you're ready to find, and I was going to say refine, that what wanted to come out of my mouth, which I'm not sure if it's a word or not, but you wanted to find your balance again. You want to refine, which means you felt like you've been off it. So some of you guys can be feeling you have family obligations, certain caretaking operations. That's not what I want to say at all. But everything I channel, everything I say here is all channeled and all of a purpose higher than what I could understand. Because when I'm channeling through these messages, it's from your higher self, your God consciousness, what you know deeply to be true within yourself. So some of you guys can be going through operations, or your family members or your loved ones can be going through certain operations, and you felt like you had to take care of them, or you've been taking care of them, health kind of related, or some kind of obligation duties. That's what I'm hearing. And because there's a part of you that is highly empathic, compassionate, that's why you're connecting with the Quan Yin energy, because a lot of people can think of her as, the deity of compassion, or the goddess of compassion, or the bodhisattva, the helper. So there's a lot of that, light worker type of energy within you that you want to love, you want to care. You could be someone who is in a caretaking role, whether it's professionally, or you just kind of had to be that because, who's going to take care of your sick, or, person who needs support. So I'm seeing that you kind of really put your own life, I'm hearing also your own heart, on hold because you wanted to support these people that you really love. Okay, I'm hearing this is not someone who's random or whatever. It's like someone who's close to you. I'm keep on hearing the word family, so it's something is about family. Let me know down below if this resonates, or hit the like button. Again, like I said, it's something very specific. I don't usually channel something this specific, but it wanted to come through, and my heart chakra is like kind of burning and kind of like it feels like this. What is that? Tightness. You can be having some heart issues. Your heart can be opening, or you can be dealing with someone who has heart issues, like heart attacks or heart, I don't know, whatever other problems. You know, people have high blood pressure, stuff like that. You can be dealing with someone who is like that, and you feel like you needed to take care of them, or you're dealing with that in general. And I'm feeling my hands are going like this. I'm here, so I'm definitely feeling some kind of like back and forth, conversation, chaos, some dealings with people, and it's kind of making you a little bit tired. Wow, I'm tired channeling this. So I feel like you kind of like reaching the end point where you're like, I love you, but I really have to take care of me. Okay? And for those of you who are feeling this, I'm really, I feel this. I feel this, trust me. I feel this within my heart. So I feel like right now what you probably really need is to, take moments, deep breath. Take a deep breath in with me, okay? And out. And in. And out. And one more time, in and out. And knowing that your responsibility is always within for yourself. And when you're able to take care of yourself, then you can continue and share that extra love. I'm hearing for you, not a lot of the things that you think you need to do, you need to do. Okay, so whoever needs to hear that message. Not everything you think you need to be there for, the responsibilities that you needed to take on is yours. So for example, you can be taking care of, like a sick person in your family or whatever, or your spouse, and you're like, oh, I need to put my business or my life on hold so I can like be by their bedside 24/7 and feed them and everything, And I'm hearing you actually don't need to do that. Okay, so maybe you're like, you think you need to be there 24/7, but maybe you only need there for 12 hours, okay? Or whatever, you know what I mean? So take this time to really reflect how much of it that you feel is from obligation. Because sometimes, as much as you can love someone and be there for them, you're gonna feel some kind of resentment at the end because you feel like you're not doing it from an overflow of love, and you're doing it out of obligations. And in life, we get to choose, and sometimes you're like, well, I cannot help it, but this is the circumstance. Just to remind yourself that we live, okay, in the projected world. So whatever we believe, a lot of that can be manifested, or everything that wants to resolve in our psyche gets manifested. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in this hometown, I'm stuck with my family, I don't have enough money to move out, I don't have enough time to focus on my projects, you are going to manifest certain things around your life that keeps you in that loop, whether someone you take care of, maybe someone that causes financial issue, and now you're like, well, I have to take my savings to help them, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So this is the time where, if you're watching this video, obviously your consciousness and your awareness level is of a certain amount. So we have to allow ourselves to always come back that when we're acting crazy, like finding explanations in the mind or in the circumstances, we lose our God essence. Because the moment you want to stop taking responsibility and accountability for your world, that's when things falter, because you feel powerless. When you're caught up in the ego trap, you feel powerless because now you're looking outwards. Circumstance, this and this and this and this. But you're the one that creates it all along. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your knowing, your assumption. It's what creates your world. It what attracts in the thing that you believe. So like I said, be very careful what you believe. I'm stuck here. I don't have enough money. I can't get out. Maybe this is not a good time for me to do X, Y, Z. Whatever you believe, the universe is going to reflect that back to you, because the universe is the you inverse. The you, the mirror reality, the house of mirror will reflect that back to you. God loves you unconditionally. And this is where most people go wrong, because unconditional means unconditional. If you believe that you have no money, it will show you that. It will reflect back that. Unconditionally, opportunity for your money to be trained. If you think you're not lovable, no problem, because God is not a man with a white beard. Be like, I want the best for you. It's not like that. It reflects back to you exactly what you have inside. Okay, your thoughts, your beliefs, your assumptions, what you know to be true. So this is why the mastering the inner world is so important. Master the mental world is very important, because this world is mental. And when you're tapping into the energetics, okay, and the mental energy of this world, come here, of this world, we have a little dog over here. Wanna come? Hello, say hi. Hello. The mantle of this world, the mental reality, the mental manifestation of this world, you're going to begin to see how your thoughts create your reality, how your thoughts can change your life. And it's not about positive thinking. It's about knowing that you are the projector. You put certain thoughts, belief, images, okay, through your imagination, and that gets projected out into the world. So whatever you're going through right now, your self, your higher self, whatever you resonate with, and in this case can be Quan Yin or someone similar or some energy that's similar, that is coming through for you to begin embodying, for you to begin meditating and reflecting and contemplating. What does it mean to be compassionate? What does it mean to be a kind person? What does it mean to be a light, warrior, worker, right? A light, whatever, okay, person. And maybe none of that has anything to do with self-sacrifice, that what we're taught. You need to give up your well-being, you need to give up your youth, you need to give up your happiness for the sake of your family, for your this and your that. What if you can have both? Okay, I want you to entertain that. What if you can have both? What if you can be fulfilled in your own life and be able to support your family in terms of needs, or your loved ones in terms of needs? But it doesn't mean that you completely, break yourself open and put everything else on the holes in the cracks, okay? And this is when this whole moral dilemma you have to work through. But in all reality, it's more than moral dilemmas. It's about the lessons that you needed to learn. And right now I'm hearing for some of you guys is to learn what does it mean to be a compassionate and a kind person. You can love someone, and sometimes you can love them from afar. Maybe loving them is knowing that maybe the root cause of their suffering is not the physical pain, but is their thinking, their belief. There's certain people who don't want to get better. I'm not saying this is your situation, but if you're really honest and you're really looking at this world energetically, there's some people who really don't want to get better for various reasons. Maybe they're like, now I have to deal with reality, now that I'm healthy again, and now I have to find a job, and now I have to believe in myself, and they're not ready to do that, or whatever it might be. So just know that we operate in merely 5% of our conscious mind, what we think we understand about this world. And 95% is our subconscious. And our subconscious ruled our world. So all the things that you don't want to happen, but they happen, is your subconscious manifestation. So that's why at the end of the day, it's about mind mastery. It's about mastering the mind, knowing that you have a compassionate heart. But when your mind is not in the right place, you're going to drain your energy. And then you're going to go to certain labels, like I'm an empath, I'm a sensitive being, right? You're going to stick to those labels to rationalize your world, to rationalize your behaviors. But actually, when you move beyond the labels, you realize that your soul just wants to be free. Your soul wants to be whole and integrated, and your soul wants to reveal your true self, and your true self is infinite, eternal being. And what that means is that there's both. You can hold both polarity. You can hold the darkness and you can hold the light. You can hold the this and you can hold the that. You can hold the I'm going to focus on myself, and you can hold the I can love you and I can help you and I can whatever, So just remind yourself you don't have to choose. Okay? And if something feels painful, feels forceful, feels obligated, it means that something is out of alignment. This is beyond moral judgments, because only the ego judges, okay? Beyond that, there's a true answer and there's a morally right answer. You have to choose that for yourself. Do you live your life for you? Is that what someone who really loves you really wants, right? If you really love someone, how can you love them in a true way? Sometimes you have to ask yourself, maybe they don't need you to be there 24/7, but maybe they really need your presence. Like maybe you see them once a week or whatever for an hour, but in that hour, can you be present? Can you not be on your phone, right? Can you not try to lecture them? You do this wrong, you do this, and why have you drink your medicine yet? The doctor said, you know what I mean? Instead of like lecturing them and make them feel bad because you care, you love them, you just say, hey, I love you and I appreciate our time together and I'm so grateful I get to be next to you. Whether you feel good or healthy or bad or whatever, I'm just grateful that I'm next to you. So what if we open up our heart and we appreciate each other more, and we appreciate the present moment we share together more? I believe that's what all of us really want and truly need, right? We all want to come home to our love, light, and peace. If this resonates with you, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know down below. I have an awakened community on School you can join. It's a private community. I have activations, meditations, live events, recordings, stuff like that, okay, and upcoming live events and stuff inside, and more courses and programs. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I do have a slot open for you down below in the Divine Template Energy Activation session. Okay, that's when we open up your soul blueprint, tapping into the intricacies of your soul, your mission, why you're here, the navigating into the phase that you're in, and how we can propel you into becoming your true role as the New Earth leader and guide. This is Tina Wong. I love you so much. Let me know down below what comes through, and I'll see you on the next one.